begin. All right, do this before we get started. Visit your goals. Look and see what we haven't touched on so you can let me know.
And practice.
Bam Bam practice?
I never tried it.
Is that on your goals?
Well, I added it, yes.
Escape from holds, Bam Bam practice.
Transitioning from throws to groundwork.
Transitions from throws to ground. Oh, you like the fun stuff. Damon?
Sacrifice throws. That too.
Oh, you want to do some sacrifice?
Sacrifice himself for the greater good.
Anyone in particular?
Yeah, I'll sacrifice Brian.
Whoa.
Oh, immediately.
We got to move because my back's to the camera again. Like Yoko Tomonagi, one of my favorites. I love it. So, escapes. We'll retouch some lateral strangulation because there's a couple things I wanted to think of. We talked yesterday of basic front, back, rear. But we really didn't get to sides. We didn't get to sankakus if you need those, and we didn't get to just upside down. How do you choke upside down? What are the different positions you can choke from? Lots of them appear. Don't know that I can recreate most of them, but we can try. You guys are real quiet.
I enjoyed we were talking this morning in Judo about no real grips with the hands and being able to float with the hands just lightly touching as a sensing device.
Okay.
And that was a lot where you were going yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, with the no-gi stuff.
Nice,
Yeah. Okay. And I have a couple of interesting takes on that. But it always still hurts my hands. So, all right. In that case, let me think. Boundaries. We got to warm up.
Those scissors out of that.
Yeah, I'll move. We've got hard metal on the floor. That'll ruin somebody's day. And pointy things. Everybody spread out. All right, Amoeba Tag. So, if I tag someone, we're now part of the amoeba. It's like things sliming into each other. So now we're together. Okay, so now that only leaves this wing and that wing to tag with, not this one. And we can't break apart, so we have to move together. Then if we get three, see, now our amoeba gets bigger.
It still only has 2 wings.
But you only have 2 tagging wings. He's kind of like just there.
Connected.
Okay?
Mitochondria.
Everybody else how you?
Yeah.
Everybody there?
Yeah. Go. No, we can't make a circle. That doesn't work. This is fun.
Nobody wants Brian. Jimmy.
Okay, that's with everybody it. Now, who was the last one to tag? So you're it. So now she's the only one that sits. But it's still Amoeba Tag, so you still have to hook up.
Okay.
All right, go. Sorry, you got to stay together.
Shorter hanger.
Oh, you're going to need me.
All right, come on, we're guaranteed at least.
No, you can't, only on the end.
I did touch you. That was an answer. That was the answer. And she cut through, my friend.
So just hang on, just corner to corner, cross the mat. Okay, now let's go get him. Hey, behind you!
We got these two. We got both of them.
All right. Oh, wait. Which one of you did I get first?
Me first, baby.
I tagged both, so that can't
I got a piece
quite work. Okay. All right, here we go. That's you two. It's only you two that can do this. Oh, okay. So Brad's we just gotta go get him.
Might as well be Bob.
That's free. You don't have to be scared of the middle. All right, there's a huge lesson just in that activity, trying to move with other people, especially when you have different minds thinking different things. And what happens? Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Okay, who's the last one tagged? You're in the middle. Everybody else is on either line. Okay, this is one of my all-time favorite games. I hope you don't have much reservations about yourself and being silly.
Okay.
All right. The name of this game is called Fishy Fishies in the Sea. Won't you come and play with me? Now, what's going to happen is he's going to say, Fishies, fishies in the sea, won't you come and play with me? And then you guys have to swim to the other side. No, you can just travel. Okay, but we're fishy, so we're going to, and he's the shark, of course. So if he tags you, you become an amoeba. Not an amoeba, an enemy. So you're stuck right there, being an enemy. And if somebody comes by you, you can turn them into an enemy too. Okay? Go.
Fishies, fishies in the sea. Won't you come and play with me?
We all go?
Yeah, you have to go. You have to cross.
Hey. See, I thought you guys moved really slow. Fishies, fishies in the sea. Won't you come and play with me? Fishies, fishies in the sea. Won't you come and play with me?
You're attached to coral. Yeah.
you're in a Oh, I'm attached.
You're attached to coral. An enemy attaches, they just kind of
Fishies,
float.
fishies in the sea. Won't you come and play with me?
The obstacles can make other people obstacles.
Oh, did you get him?
Yeah.
Are you an enemy?
Yeah, man. Fishy's coming out.
Some undercover shit.
I didn't even know that's yours. Yeah, leave your own.
Fishies, fishies in the sea. Won't you come and play with me?
A diving and then All right, good job.
There's one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
More.
Well, he won, right?
Oh,
Ah,
Yeah.
you're still there.
I never ran. I'm the observer, see. So, always remember, and I had this conversation with a fellow yesterday, when you're watching the games, as a participant, you don't see the whole picture. As an observer, especially with a trained eye, you see the whole picture. So a lot of times, we have to teach, and we're working, and we don't have a clue what's going on over here, over here, over there. We have a sense, but we really don't have a clue. So you need to make sure, if you're in that situation, that you have some kind of way to have them revisit their information so that you can qualify and quantify what they're doing, especially the younger ranks. Now, you always want to have some checks and balances, because you can really get skewed in the way some people think. You ever play telephone? Remember that game? Anybody not know what telephone is? All right, telephone, if we made a circle and we were in junior high school, and I would whisper something to this person, and they turn around and whisper it to the next person, and the next person, and the next, all the way around the circle, it's amazing what comes out at the end. And it is not what you started. Okay? So, if you're not observing and seeing what's going on, you really don't know if they're on target or if they're really skewed. And things can really get skewed in place and time if you're not watching. So as an observer, as a coach or a teacher, you have to be watching and paying attention and have an understanding of that flow. Does that make sense? I'm telling you, you don't know what's going on. At the Optimist Club, I can be working one thing, and there's a couple of guys that will just take off and they're on a tangent doing their own thing somewhere else, and I have to go and stop them. And they don't understand why. And the reason why is because in a space like this, I've probably got 25 or 30 people working on one thing and throwing, and they're on the ground doing some grappling, laughing, and hooping it up. And it's a real dangerous situation. And people don't realize that. And plus, they should be working on the other stuff, but it's hard for them to understand and slow down because they think they got it already a lot of times. So just keep that in mind. And learning how to bring people back in and keep them engaged and keep them working is an art. You got to practice it. And what's fascinating and absolutely wonderful, get the camera, put it on you, watch yourself teach a class. And go back and look at it. And have someone look at it with you and talk about what's going on. And the dynamics and the verbiage that you use. And the references that you use. And the gestures. And who do you actually pay more attention to? Do you touch everybody? Or do you just focus in on a certain few? And is that lesson relevant? And what's really fascinating is in the classroom when you do this with a whole bunch of kids. Because as a teacher, my gym is probably 4 times bigger than this area. In one class, I'll have 48 kids in it. 3rd graders, 8-year-olds. Okay? So I teach a lesson. I have them go practice a lesson. And I'm over in this corner of the gym. You should see what they're doing over here. And then when I go over here, you should see what they're doing over here. And they know this game. Okay? So as adults, we don't do that as bad. But it's nice to go back and look and see what's really happening sometimes. And see if there's a way that you can restructure your teaching and the way you organize and structure things to make it more concise. Not that you want to be a slave driver. But it's just nice to know and see what you're doing. And what's really happening. Okay? All right, who's our yoga person?
Damon. Damon's yoga. Who does yoga?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's do some yoga stretches. Just some yoga stretches to stretch us out.
Oh, well, one of the things that we do in yoga to warm up, you start off on your hands and your knees, with your knees kind of perpendicular, coming straight down from your hips, and your arms coming straight down from your shoulders. And you breathe out and you arch your back. But you really lead down from your tailbone, and you arch your whole back. You breathe out and tuck your chin, and then you lead forward with your chin and raise your tailbone, breathing in, and look with your eyes up towards the sky, towards the ceiling, and then keep doing that. And you do it in time with your own breathing. And this is to warm up your spine. You really arch a lot.
I'd have Damon do some insanity stuff, but I don't think we're ready for that. What else?
Oh, what else? I don't know. I never teach a yoga class. I just do what they tell me. And obviously I don't pay attention.
Downward dog.
Yeah, I mean, you do, this is another classic. You stand in downward dog. And the thing to try to do is to bring your head, you don't want to be arched. You want to have a flat back and bring your head kind of behind your arms so you're really straight, not like this. Like a triangle.
Stretch down into the calf.
And you try to put your heels down to the floor. You can first do one, then the other. And then from there you can come forward into a position like plank. And then there's chaturanga, which is going down slowly in a push-up. And you flatten your toes and you come into upward dog. And then you roll over your toes again and go back into downward dog. Now I forgot how you get up.
Down about one leg forward, two forward lunge.
Yeah, then you can go to a lunge.
You'd like to reach up to the sky like you're doing.
You come up and bring both arms up.
There you go.
Okay, Nick.
The back foot comes forward and then you bend over forward like a touch your toes.
And then you arch your back and gradually come
There you
over
go. On the side of the vision. Bravo.
See there? Some of the best stretching warm-ups I've ever done has been with a yoga person in class. I mean, they just don't get any better. Then you do all the side stuff. I know one of my favorites is to drop here, down, reach. I love this stretch. It feels so good.
In a triangle pose, you can do like this in a triangle, and then you bring your one hand down and the other way.
Yep.
And you try to bring yourself into a plane, like between two planes of glass. So you don't necessarily try to get your hand down towards the floor, you just go over your hand.
Yeah.
And you try to like open your chest up to the ceiling. And then if you can go a little lower, you can do that. And then you can do the other side with the other foot forward.
And you're trying to move one flat plane. Right.
You don't let your butt stick out. That's the hard thing.
I thought you was flat.
In the plane.
I can't see it. Thanks.
I absolutely love it. All right, now get a partner. Sit down facing your partner. Straddle stretch. Feet together. Not feet together. Now reach over and grab hands. Very slow stretches. Put your feet apart. Straddle stretch.
That's three apart.
Yeah.
Feet together.
Feet together, feet apart. There you go. Just grab hands. Yeah, feet wide. Now just kind of stabilize each other and have your partner pull you while you completely relax. And only pull to a point where you are comfortable, not uncomfortable. And just feel a stretch. Hold for about a count of 10 or 20. Then release. Don't you hate people like that?
Let me put my feet farther.
Put your feet up on his knees.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do it below your knees.
Yeah.
Below your knees out or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the knees first.
Now you can reach behind his gi and pull. Yeah, just grab a handful. Fourth. So you make a loop on one side and a loop on the other. Here. And the reason is? Keep it from tangling because it'll throw right out. Most important reason is?
Keeps it from twisting around this way.
It keeps the mantle, the outside layer, from becoming detached from the inside core. As you coil the rope, it causes it to twist, and you know you've got that woven sheath around the core. Well, the core is a twisted braid, and it's designed to stretch unless you have static line, which is just straight. There's no twist in it. So then you put this protective cover over it, and it's woven tightly over that core. And so as you roll it like this, it's like copper wire. It twists the copper wire and will eventually break it inside or make it weak from bending it. So you always, electrical cords, just float it back and forth like this, and you don't have that issue. And it lays down nicely. Then when you go to pull it, just zip, comes right across. No knots to deal with. Learn something new every day. Who did I learn that from? Bob Rea.
About that.
Who was a mountain climber. Escapes. Out of what?
Holds.
Which holes? All of them?
Yes.
Okay, first rule of getting out of a pin is? Don't get in it. Okay? Don't be there. Don't get thrown. Don't be in that situation. Just leave. Now, if you do get knocked down and they come after you, there are different phases or distances to deal with. Now, where you guys are, okay, by the time you got to me, I could be gone. Especially once you start to dive, and you want to land on me, I'll really be gone. Okay, now the question is, how much time do you really need to move out of the way with someone coming down on top of you? You don't have much time, and you don't need much time. Okay, here comes Damon. Boom, 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 boom. First of all, am I just going to sit here and let him pin me? No. But we're not dealing with that yet. But there's a distance here when you can come in contact. All right? I don't have to let him pin me. Remember, two hands in one spot? Bam, bam. Somebody wanted bam, bam. So, now he comes into me. Bam, bam. Now, am I just going to stay here after I dock him down? No. But I like to play bam, bam. Bam, bam. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying. Does he have me yet? No! Okay? So, play Bam Bam. Now, let's say he gets beyond that point. He's here. I can still play Bam Bam. Okay? But what if he catches a hand? Now I can't play Bam Bam. So now I've got a different scenario to deal with. So now what do? Lay here and go, oh, you handsome devil, you. What do?
Use your knee.
It's nice to get something between you. Now remember, we're working on escapes. So get out of dodge. Don't stay there. Another phase is he's on me and weight's coming down. Back up just a hair, right there. Now I've got lots of space to play with. So as his weight starts coming down, do I want to just lay here? You got to figure out which direction to move. Now if there's a walk in the middle of the stream and the water's running down, it's going to go around the rock, right? He's the rock. This time the rock's moving, so the stream has to move. Oh! And notice I use my arm to ply off of it. And that actually moves me as well. I'm using my feet, and the lever from my arm pushes me out of the way. And he face plants. That's actually a lot of fun to do, just play the face plant game. Because he knows they'll come in from there. Bodies are round. So I let him get on the center of the cylinder, roll him right off. Okay. Out the door. You got that? Out the door. Ow. Sorry. I got hit with a microphone. Uh-oh, here comes my favorite. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming.
I would have if you didn't say it was your favorite.
Learn that from Gillies too. Boom, pop them up in the air. Okay? So, let's take a partner and work just from that distance where they're next to you, and bring your weight down slowly and see if you can find how to pop out and around. Now don't just stop there. Pop out and around and come up. Pop out and around and come up. Either to get away or to come back in and take control of the situation. So many different options, so many different ways. But let people come into you. Pop, pop, boom. Don't fight them. Let them come in. This is my best one. I love it when they come in from here. That's the octopus thing. Staying connected, moving through. Usually once a good player is connected to you, you're going to have a real hard time getting them off.
I have a fear of, especially with the whole BJJ thing, of sticking myself into an arm bar.
Absolutely.
So I don't know, how do I guess just practice, or how do is there an awareness key that I can do?
What's your Aikido level?
Sandan.
So where do you keep your hands? Exactly. In the buttonhole. And the further away from that buttonhole you get, the more you're going to get twisted and cranked. So, here comes Damon. Hands are in the buttonhole now. Here. See how I'm turning my body, my hands stay with me?
Same principle.
Same principle. Here he comes again. Oh, look. See the wedge, the triangle between my hands? And I just pop out and around. Keep those hands right here. Here he comes again. Oh, no. Oh, I blocked him. Oh, showman works really well from here too, by the way, but it's not legal in judo. Boom! Oh, here we go again. Whee! How did that happen? Oh, thank you. He hates to play this game. That's all right, but I got you. Hi.
Hey.
What's up? Does that help? That showman coming straight up when they stand up like that, and you push off your shoulder. But on the street. Okay? More fun than others. Some are just work. Because a lot of people are doing a lot of different things with their hands and their feet and stuff, different levels. So pick your best one and come and show and tell.
Coming after me. First of all, and keep him away. Kick him out here. If he gets all the way around here, kick him out here. Get in, get here, and roll. He gets up, and roll. On top of his arm.
Okay.
2 hands in one spot.
Now freeze right there. What's he doing differently from what I showed?
He's keeping his hands here.
Keeping his hands here. What else?
On my face, keep me from getting punched.
Okay. What else?
Tucking his chin.
He's tucking his chin. What else?
Legs are flat out on his toes.
I'm basically relaxed.
What are you doing with your elbows?
I put my elbows into him.
He's impaling. He's using the Usajima escape. Okay? Which is really, really cool. Okay? Show that really slow how you set that. Here, and then he brings his hands up, and then the elbows come out. So now that becomes the point with which he's going to drive with. And man, when you catch those things in the ribs and the armpits, and it comes up and catches you in the chin, like we saw in the MMA last night.
It also
Okay.
gives you the frogs possibility. He comes up.
Throw again.
Punish his ass.
Okay? You can really be brutal. And like Roy, who didn't have a hand here, okay? And it came down to a stump. I mean, he was brutal with that thing. When you felt that thing coming into you, and he would bridge you with that thing out of Yoko Shiho, holy cow! And because it's shorter, you've got the shorter leverages, and so there's more power in there. Oh, and his poke choke with that thing. Okay? So, those elbows, and you're tremendously strong right here. The structural relationship with those things, and you learn to get the distance, and boom, boom, boom. I have been known to use those on certain people, and will continue to, if I need to. But that's really nice little piece. Same thing, playing Bam Bam, but hands are here instead of here. Double triangle, single triangle. Single triangle. Boom. Awesome. Next. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Somebody's got to go right now on the floor and show some mo before we got to go.
We were just trying to do the Bam Bam thing, whether when he comes in, just shrimp and move. Just, yeah. 2 hands in one spot and just move him around. That's all we were doing.
Okay, and then what did I add to yours?
The heels.
The heels. Notice his motion is he's just pivoting on his hips. Why? butts are round, which is really nice, and it pops you around. But now do the same thing, but pull yourself out and watch the difference. Oops! See the difference? Because now you're really shooting him off. Now there's a timing in there. Okay? Can you see the timing? He comes in, the wave's coming in, all of a sudden the weight's coming down. Now catch him right on body fall and then pull your heels. But do it carefully, please. Here he comes, he's coming down. Bam! Oh, he landed on you. Oops, wrong direction. Hear that thunk? They hit really hard all the time when you pull and they drop. That's what I was talking about with those face plants. People can come in, you just go, bam! And what cartoon character was that? the dog that would do that silly grin, laugh thing.
Oh, I know the laugh.
I know.
Cowards or like something you try to do.
Courage? You got that?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Might be.
Courage the coward.
I'll never forget that. You'll never forget. Nick knows that laugh. You know.
Sticker laugh.
Yep. It's just hilarious. Okay. So use those heels, and I can't reinforce this enough. You've got to learn to walk with your feet as opposed to rolling. Okay. Rolling is efficient, and one of the guys in our clubs likes to do that big helicopter switch thing, which is what we call Moose's alligator roll. Okay, and when you can make that body switch, that's very powerful. Dislocated one of my toes. Okay, but walking, walking, walking. I don't know that I want to jump up, turn around, and land on a concrete floor or a carpet. I might pull myself through and walk. This floor's fine. But teach yourself to walk in those positions. Okay? Somebody else?
Seems to have ended up where I like to end up. So, okay.
Oh, I just waited, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oops.
All right.
Okay, now don't get up. That's a point, a learning point. Hey, I just did this. Aha, now go back. Just back, lift your weight off. Now come down again. Boom. Okay? And I would do that 2 or 3 times to reinforce that as training and learning, and then continue into what you were doing. All right? Now, what did I ask y'all to think about? I think it was you two.
I was pushing.
Yeah, she was, like whenever I was going down on her, she was focusing on just pull.
Yeah,
and then
she was
trying to push me.
right.
Instead of going around me like you were doing.
Doing the circling. Okay? And do the initial block, but that's only good for that moment in time. Because if it's a big guy, it's going to collapse on you. So block, and remember I said to slide one hand off and use that lever to help pull that shoulder out. Because his body's just as round as yours. So if you're laying on him, he comes into you really slow, you're going to block him. Boom. Now put one hand to the side and just let it slide through and pull you out.
Touching over here.
Okay, I don't really get this.
Block. Now you just push your hand.
This one?
Yeah, now push and let it rotate you out.
Oh my gosh, that looks a lot better.
See the
than
push, see how it shoots your shoulder out?
Okay, yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Okay. And then somebody I talked about working on closing your distances to where right now we're all working from this far and we're starting our escape from this far. Well, you got to start from this far to this far to eventually they can be full on you and you can pull and move the barrel. get that thing off of you. You guys get that far yet?
Yeah.
Okay. See how that works? It's absolutely amazing. Now he doesn't have the tentacles on. So when the octopus starts gripping, you have to release a tentacle to find that escape. And you got to know which tentacle to release. So he's on. Now grip something. There you go. Oh, he's got a void already. Avoid to avoid. Yeah. Now it becomes a matter of the first one's not going to work because of the recovery. So, but he's teaching Jimmy where the next motion is. And so you're already anticipating and setting up for where he's fixing to stop. And you're already in transition to that movement. And you just have to get ahead of the curve, anticipate where that's going to be, and just pop right out. It's fascinating randori. Absolutely fascinating. Then, of course, the joint locks start showing up. And I love giving my arms to people for the same reason. There's a window of opportunity to give them the arm bar and then to take it back. And at what point can you give them the arm bar, let them get in position to take the arm bar, and then still take it back? So you're training that into you as well, to where you can almost get into a full arm bar lock and escape just by working at this level. So stick your arms out there. Like we were doing yesterday, stick your neck out there, let them work the choke, and you'll feel where those areas of movement are to go. But if you're just going, escape, okay, it's tough to work at that level. But go from the area of least resistance to most. Leave yourself available all the time for those things so that we can roll and move and let those things happen. And then escape and go. And again, stop. Revisit something. Boom, 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 boom. So you get more intense into that brain while you're working, and then move on, and it should appear again. And if you have to, stop again. That's training. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay. Full on, dead out. He's got you, not going to let you go. What do you do? 45. Okay? Remember, there are some people you will not get away from. Okay? And there are situations that will catch you and you won't know what's going on. And you will not get away from. And it will not be pretty. I have been pinned, and I have gotten out and paid the price. Wrestling, high school. A friend of mine was getting pinned with a double chicken wing. Okay? That's both arms behind. They're locked. Your body's underneath. The guy's legs are up in the air, and he's crunching in to pin both shoulders. Did he get out? Yes. Did he dislocate a shoulder to do it? Yes. Okay? Not something you really want to do unless you absolutely have to. The girls loved it for him. You know, he was a chick magnet. But Hal took care of it. But his wrestling year was over. So there is a cost. There's a penalty. I know. So we have to know at what point are we going to tap or are we going to work. So you guys should all, you're from Houston, right?
Yes.
And who do you work out with there?
LF Wilkinson.
LF, okay. No, I talked to Ron. That was a story. Somebody told me Ron was working out there, but he's not. Okay, you two. Basic hold down 101. Kaisa. Okay, have you seen this before?
Yes.
Okay, and what's the escape?
Shrimping, I believe. Oh, no, no, no. Shrimping, that way. Scooting his back out.
Okay, so one escape is
I didn't hear what you said.
shrimping, coming out the back door. Boom, now pull your heels. You got to pop your head out and then come around on top. Okay, that's one. Yeah. Okay. Número dos. You're going to pick up your inside leg. You're going to reach up with both hands and grab inside your pants. And you're going to rock up and throw your foot down and come right up. Okay. Número dos. Número tres. If you're really flexible, this is what we used to do as kids. Okay? Aren't we picking up Bob's habits? Okay, what you're going to do is hand here and push, and then bring your left leg up and hook his head. Yeah, hook around, sit up with it. Okay? That was very, very common and worked really well. And you don't see that much anymore. Okay?
I've never seen that.
But used to do it all the time. And you just bring that leg up. Do like what we used to do a cross face in wrestling. You guys that wrestled. If he's on his hands and knees and I want that arm, I'm going to go through his head to get it. That's called a cross face. Okay? So when that leg comes up, you push it through that chin and rotate his whole body as you sit up. There. And it just torques him right over.
Oh, you're good.
Okay?
See, it's the same side, the inside leg, but not the outside leg.
I don't know how you get that leg around it.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's impossible.
Okay.
We were doing this inside leg when we did this one.
Hold it, rock, tick.
Yeah, that's the Rocky, the granny escape. And sometimes, well, you always have to be aware of the table. Where's the table here? There's two of them. Elbow, shoulder, 2 feet. That's one base of support. And then Jimmy's got a base of support. Where's his?
It's 2 shoulders.
Shoulder, hip, feet. Okay? Now, there's a line of off balance here to this heel. And if Jimmy's aware of that, when he brings his feet up, you want to rotate your feet that way. No, grab your leg. Now rotate your feet over there.
Like this way?
No, just that direction, because you want to go against this line. See, remember this line? You want to roll him this way.
Okay.
So if you move your feet over just slightly, and a lot of times you just do that, and they'll come around. But if you grab your leg, you can also direct that energy that direction. Make sure you grip it. Yeah. There you go. That way you use that full mechanical advantage of the round butt. And it's okay to grab inside your pants.
Okay.
You can hold your own pants. Okay? And then, of course, bridge and roll. Which is an absolute must. Just from Kaisa. Now, how many hold downs are there? Eight or 9, 10. There's a bunch. And there's a separate escape for each one. For each position. Now, are you looking at self-defense escape or just if somebody grabs you and throws you on the ground?
Someone grabs me and puts me on the ground.
Okay. So, I like this question. From a judo competition standpoint, we got to know all this stuff. From her standpoint, what do we need to know?
Quickest way to escape. Or maybe the easiest way to
Okay, so what's going to be the most common way that an attacker is going to jump on you? Because they're not going to use Kaisa.
Like a headlock in this case.
Well, if it's a man, she's worried about
If there's a rape thing, we're going to be in the guard.
Or
Okay.
the hold the hands down thing.
Or hold the hands down thing sitting on top.
Right. See that a lot
Okay.
for dominance.
Headlock. Okay. And there might be a side hold there to start with, because they're going to boom, and then have to manipulate into a position. I think that makes the most sense to me. Right? So, the initial, who wants to be the girl?
Cameron does.
The nominator.
Stop doing scissors. Scissors always lose.
There's nothing wrong with being a girl, you guys.
That's right.
No, absolutely.
Girls are cool.
Okay, Cameron is being accosted by, who wants to be the boy?
I'll get it. I'll get it.
There we go.
All right, so, just scenario, big bad guy is going to grab the little girl, the victim, and put her on the ground. How? Boom. So, point number one, get back up. First escape is,
Oh, the Bam Bam?
you're standing up, he's going to grab you. First escape to avoid the hold down is showmanate. Both hands. Bam! Blast him into the universe. Okay? Bam! Exactly. Right? Okay. He grabs you. Second escape is
Rotate. Try to get throws.
go back. Use your chin on his elbow. Drop your chin down, forcibly hard into him. Step through with Osotogari. Thank you. Now, if you feel the resistance from him popping back up, then he will spin you into the hip throw. So you try that. Chin in, he forces you back up. Feel the turn. Bam! Okay. Now, you're off balance. He takes you to the ground. Okay? First typical response. You go to the ground and lay there. Okay? Bad move. You have to be turning or flipping or twisting on your way down. Okay, go back. Now think about which way you're going to turn as you drop. Okay, that's one direction. If you're going to attack and be on his back. If you want away, turn the other direction. Bring your feet over. There you go. Do a back roll. Watch what happens when you do a back roll. Comes right out. And if you hold on to that arm, you'll break it right off. If you hold on to his right arm as you spin, you'll just unscrew it out of his shoulder. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, he's got you. You're on the ground. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. What do you need to do?
I need to stop the choke.
Good plan. So work the elbow. He's a bad guy, poke him in the eye. The other hand. Twink.
Oh.
Pull. Two hands in one spot. Get ready for reprisal. Bam, bam. Get away. Help, help. Bam. Okay. Now, what if he's got you down and you end up in side hold. Go back. Escape from first distance. Thank you. Escape from second distance. He's a little bit closer. Thank you. Now he's coming down on you. His weight's on you. Okay. See where I'm doing with this training scenario? From each place, you have to really work. Okay, now get full side hold on him. There you go. Now, him have ear. Elbow in ear, not fun. Finger in ear, not fun. Pop in ear, not fun. Okay? One of my favorite escapes from here is take your knuckles, put them right inside here, push his head down, bring your leg up. Sankaku, sit up with it, break his arm, choke him unconscious, turn over on him, sit on him, smother him, find something to hit him with. Okay? This is very important. So usually classic escape is your hand goes inside the collar. The other way? Nope. Turn your knuckles the other way.
Nope.
There you go. Knuckles into those muscles. Push. Lock. Lock. Arm bars right here. Sit and roll. Turn right over on him.
Sit on his head.
Sit on the head. Pin. Grab his ankle. Pull it over your head. I'm not kidding. Grab that ankle, pull it up. Now he can't move.
Whoa.
Okay? When you lock out, or you can just even pull it in front of your face. I would pull that thing back so hard. Pull all those muscles out, strain them, because he can't kick you from there. So he really can't move. Okay? Any of this look familiar to y'all? Okay. All right. Now, back in the side. I know we're going through this pretty quick. Okay, take your right hand, go under. No, down here in front.
Oh, under.
There you go. If you can hold his leg, push his leg out, turn and slide your leg underneath. Lock, get your leg all the way around. Boom, lock. Lock, figure four his leg. Figure four yours. There you go. There. Now it's going to be real hard for him to get off of you and move. Okay, so now he's got this problem to deal with to change position, so we're buying time. So now he starts struggling. Now bridge him right to that corner. Boom. And there's a choke. Slam, slam. No, just lock your hands. Oh. Yeah. Now back in the side. Okay, this is for you judo guys. Right hand back under again. Okay, thumb in on his belt. Right there. Now, turn and push right into your hand. Okay, now you've just created a whole lot of space. Now you've attacked Damon's table, and he's going to reposition. And as soon as he does, you keep that unbendable arm and just bridge to the other corner. Boom, it pops you right out. So you use those different leverages under there. And I will do the same thing with the guy's pants or his belt. I'll be nice. Because I'm in a desperate situation here, I'll do other things. But okay? So, we probably should pick some of this stuff and play with it for a minute, huh? That's a lot. So holler if you have any questions.